Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Sonic, WWE 318, back again for another review for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my WWE Clash of Champions 2019 prediction video. Yep, it is time for the Night of Champions, no pun intended, to come here once and last for every championship in WWE history. Well, not really history, but currently, you know, nowadays, obviously enough, on the main roster is on the line here on one night only on a pay-per-view event as a whole, obviously enough. If there wasn't Night of Champions freaking kind of pun intended kind of quote already, or whatever, it's just otherwise. Obviously. Alrighty, so with that kind of iffy kind of opening out of the way, we, at the time of recording this, are exactly 1 day, 3 hours, 52 minutes, and 25 seconds away from the pay-per-view event itself from Clash of Champions. So with this said, I'm not gonna wait. We got no reason why we are waiting for you guys to go hold us up. We're gonna get this thing on the road so we can get on to Clash of Champions. So predictions. You're here for them. Let's go. That's kind of weird, but okay. And you may hear some kids in the background of the park over there. So if you hear them, then you hear them. So that'll be it. So might as well put that out. So. Let's get a prediction, shall we? enough clamoring on to it. Let's just get down to the facts, shall we? All right. First up, we have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship matchup between Drew Gulak taking on. I may botch this guy's name, by the way. Humberto Carrillo. If I botch the guy's name, I do apologize. So that guy versus Lince Dorado. For the WWE Cruiserweight Championship matchup. My prediction for this match is going to be for freaking Drew Gulak to once again retain his title. Obviously, if WWE freaking just kind of slightly refreshed with the images. I don't know why I did that, but it did it. So there you go. WWE.com did a slight little refresh for the image to kind of mess up my screen for a few seconds there. But I fixed it, so yay. Anyways. Like I said before, my prediction for this match is going to be for Drew Gulak to retain his championship here for the show, but there's a small, easy little bit thing detail saying that Lince Dorado may actually win it. So if he wins it, then there you go. Either way, this is going to be this is once again another one becoming one of those freaking dog treats or kind of bone to go fetch things. So Lince Dorado, if you actually do pick up the championship, good for you. Go fetch. My prediction. If I pick up another freaking milk bone right here for another dog treat to go fetch, for Drew Gulak to win the title back or retain his title, then by all means, Drew Gulak, go fetch. Anyway, go fetch. You can go fetch. You can go fetch. You can go fetch. Everyone can go fetch a doggy treat. Why not? A good old Scooby snack? Go for it. They recently just hit 50 years for Scooby-Doo just about a day or two ago. Then by all means, Scooby snacks for everybody. Why not? I don't know why I pointed out Scooby-Doo on my WWE video, but that's what you come over here for. It's on a WWE 318 video. And I'm kind of randomly going on because, you know, why not? So, right, no more randomness. We're here for WWE shit. We got shit to talk about for Clash of Champions, so no more randomness. Let's move on. Moving on next. No, go back. There. I don't know what was on my screen. There was a little something on my screen that I want to get out, but I actually scrolled through the website. My bad. We're back here at last. Back here again for the United States Championship matchup between AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander. My prediction for this match is that while I wouldn't mind Cedric Alexander winning it, and I wouldn't be too surprised if he does it, but I'm actually, because I'd be fine him doing it, because obviously Cedric Alexander is a pretty good superstar, and WWE seems to be slightly having the edge of pushing him. So if they actually do that, then cool. But my prediction is for overall AJ Styles to retain the title. But I got a reason why also for Cedric Alexander to potentially win it. As you or may not heard, recently it's been speculated, actually been in talks, that AJ Styles has spoken about his current WWE contract and potentially when it comes time for it to run up, that he may not resign and actually just go into retirement after that. I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know if this has got something to do with it, but hopefully, if not, if it does, it does. Then hopefully not. But overall, me personally, I'm just hoping that whole talk isn't going to go anywhere, because AJ Styles doesn't look like he's showing any signs of slowing down. If anything, he's got more time to freaking skyrocket for his career, obviously in WWE. But he's been wrestling for God knows how long outside of WWE, but prior to coming to WWE, So who knows how the guy's personally feeling, athletically and personally and physically, obviously enough. So if it is time for sooner or later, hopefully rare rather than sooner, kind of tricky twist the words there, but hopefully if it does come pretty soon the time for AJ Styles to actually hang up the boots, hopefully we will get, I'm saying, as I said before, hopefully it's not going to be that time just yet, but we will get to that, we'll cross that boat when we get to that boat, or when we get to that time, obviously enough. But obviously, I'm just pointing out for speculation, but another reason why that AJ Styles could win it all again, once again, could be with the help of the club or the OC, or whatever you want to call them, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Obviously enough, there has been no reason why they cannot interfere in this match. So obviously enough, they have been attacking him like about 2 weeks or a week. Pretty much they've been targeting Cedric Alexander for about a good week or so, heading into the show. I had to etch him ahead for a second there, but so disregard that. But anyways, yeah. So the club, OC, Gallows, Anderson, whatever. They have all been targeting Cedric Alexander for about a good week or two before heading into the show, and there's no reasoning where they say for this match that they can or cannot be interfering in this match. So that alone could suggest a reason why AJ Styles could win this match. Well, not really win this match, but Alexander can win this match, but AJ Styles walk over the title. So yeah, so that can happen too. So overall, with all this said and done, my prediction, like I said before, while I wouldn't mind seeing Alexander actually win the title from AJ Styles, I am going to stick around and actually say that AJ Styles is going to win the title. So with that said, AJ Styles is my prediction. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship matchup between Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm botching my words there for a second. My tongue twister a word there. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. My prediction for this match is that even though WWE has kind of not been showing Shinsuke Nakamura as the Intercontinental Championship as a while, and in a sense not really treating him well in that regard, but so my prediction, while overall going on that fact, and while Nakamura should be a champion, actually, represented as a champion, better so than that, my prediction is going to be for the fact of the way we've been building it, seeing Shinsuke Nakamura actually attacking and constantly, knocking down The Miz priorly to this match, heading to the show for this build, that, quote-unquote build that they have going into this match. I am going to say that The Miz is going to get a hold of this, and The Miz is going to pick up his, I want to say, what was it, like his 10th or 10th? There was a thing I did on WWE's YouTube channel or interview where I am pretty sure it's his 7th Intercontinental Championship, I think is that, but don't quote on that. But, point being, he's going to get the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of Champions. So my prediction is going to be for The Miz to win, despite the fact that WWE, in my eyes, should treat and respect Nakamura better, both as a champion and just as overall superstar, because he's not been on TV in the slightest for a while, as far as I'm concerned, and they have just not been treating him well at all in any sort of sense of the word. So overall, mainly going off the build, going into this match between Nakamura and Miz, my prediction is going to stick around with, while I wouldn't mind seeing, or wouldn't be too surprised if Shinsuke Nakamura actually retains his title, my prediction is going to be for The Miz to retain, or not retain, to win the Intercontinental Championship from Nakamura. So let's move on. Next up, we have the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship matchup between Big E and Xavier Woods taking on The Revival for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. I will tell you now. My prediction for this match is going to be a more simpler one, and it's going to be for the New Day to retain their championships, but this is not going to be, or this may not be the very last time you'll see these two on the show. What do I mean by that? You'll see that in a second as we get down further into the card. So let's move on. But once again, to address the facts of this match, my prediction for this match is for the New Day to retain their titles. So, there you go. Next up, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship matchup between Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. My prediction for this match is going to be for Bliss and Nikki Cross to retain their titles, because this has been another one of those matches that has not had much of a strong build, because, yeah, they only had it where, yeah, look at us, we're taking pictures of the championships, blah, 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 blah. And then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville's like, oh, we deserve a championship. You guys, the simple hill shit. Oh, you guys are small, you're puny, blah, 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 blah. We deserve better. We deserve better. They deserve, the WWE Universe, quote unquote, in heel sense, deserves better than your small little puny little freaks. We can beat you easily for the titles, blah, 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 blah. And Bliss is just like, you know what, if you want a championship type opportunity, blah, 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 how about you go out there tonight and freaking beat us, blah, 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 blah. So they did that, and they got that opportunity because I'm pretty sure, I want to say, if I remember searching right, I'm pretty sure Mandy Rose pinned Bliss. If I'm not mistaken on the episode of Raw, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago on Raw, heading to the show. But if memory serves me right, obviously not for all that shit. But like I said, other than that, we have absolutely no build going toward this match, so that's the only thing we're gonna be saying. So they got the win on Raw to get the opportunity, and I'm using the 50-50 booking to, in my opinion, a 50-50 booking to say that Bliss and Nikki Cross are going to once again to retain their titles at Night of Champions. Not Clash of Champions. Not Night of Champions, Clash of Champions. Same difference, same difference, same difference. It's just a title, it's just one word change for the show. Night of Champions, Clash of Champions, whatever. It's Clash of Champions 2019, so whatever. That's what it says down on the title. That's literally what it says on the title screen down below, and that's literally what the title's called of the pay-per-view set as well. It's Clash of Champions, so blah. But in itself, it's Night of Champions, so whatever you want to call it, so blah. So, anyways, like I said, they got the championship opportunity on Raw. I'm using the 50-50 booking rule to say that Bliss and Cross are going to win here at Clash of Champions. So, there you go. Clash of Champions, winner of this match is going to be Bliss and Cross. There you go. For that reason. Moving on. Next up. Oh, time to get interesting. We have the Raw Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman taking on the team of Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, not Robert Roode. I am not going to say Robert Roode because he is Bobby Roode, not Robert Roode. It's Bobby Roode. He has been introduced in the WWE as Bobby Roode. What the fuck is a Robert Roode? Yes, I know he's a former champ. I'm pretty sure he's a former superstar in WWE or WWF, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's using that gimmick just to go off that gimmick of that previous wrestler. But what the fuck? It's Bobby Roode. Where the fuck out of nowhere? It's, oh, Robert Roode this, Robert Roode that. Bullshit, it's Bobby Roode. Fuck off, WWE. It's Bobby Roode. He's Bobby Roode to me, he'll always be Bobby Roode. So Bobby Roode that's Bobby Roode. Not no Robert Roode. It's Bobby Roode. I am mini ranting, everybody. It's mini rant time, or that concludes mini rant. No, I'm playing. That started and ended on a mini rant. So blah. So here's Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler taking on Strowman and Rollins for the Raw Tag Team Championships. While I may not want to see them to lose the titles, it actually seems more fit to see WWE kind of actually give Roode and Ziggler the championships to actually see more of them forming and actually making them run with the titles, actually making them a tag team, to hold those said championships, versus having two guys who they're just singles guys who seem to just not really clash together. Yeah, which is why it kind of helps the more factor of heading towards the end of the show, where we're going to see these two guys face off against each other for the Universal Championship. So that kind of helps more further, which actually helps my point further more as I get down to that match soon enough on the card, and to address what I'm going to address at that point of the match. So, my prediction, if I'm not making it clear enough, is going to be for Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode to win the tag team titles off of Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. So, as I said, there's a reason for that. As I said before, for that particular reason, which I'm going to mention later on, for towards their match, to pretty much singularifies, heading towards that match with Rollins, strongly having his momentum as a singles guy versus Braun Strowman being his own guy to easily to mesh for their Universal Championship match, and not let those two untie those ties for their tag teams to legitimately let them go, since they're not really seen like a kind of a good mesh of champions, since they're just Rollins and Strowman, they're just singles guys that are just teaming up to be champions. So, and it's better just to give it to the likes of Ziggler and Roode, who, even yet again, as of right now, don't seem like they're actually tag team partners or a legitimate tag team. But you can agree that eventually, in time, WWE can make them more of a tag team than they can with Strowman and Rollins. Point being, it's the point taken. So there you go. You feel as you feel, but that's just my opinion, and that's how I'm going with it right now. So, yeah. So, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, they're losing the titles to those two, heading in this match between Robert Roode, or Bobby Roode, whatever you want to fucking call them, Roode and Ziggler. They're winning titles. That's my prediction, is going to be for those two to win. But, in some chance, I personally do not want them to lose, because obviously I want to see them continue some way, but personally, in a sense, actually, that's where my mind's split. I literally have addressed that fact alone. My prediction is kind of expressed that fact alone. I kind of don't want them, because obviously it's cool to see, these two guys actually being champions, because obviously, Seth and Braun Strowman being champions are cool. But, you gotta think a bit more logically that they don't make sense being champions, because, like I said before, catch versus enough, they're singles guys. They belong on singles runs, compared to being tag team champions, versus, the likes of Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, who seem like they can, while they sort of don't seem kind of don't mesh, they can actually still make that shit work and legitimately make them a legitimate tag team down the road. So, there you go. So, yeah. So, point being, those guys are winning it versus these guys. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler win the championship over Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman for that fact alone, and also help push my drive forward towards the Universal Championship match to head on to later on tonight, as we head towards their match later on to the card. So, with that said, I'm not talking about this. I don't know what this is. It's a freaking piece of a freaking hanger. I don't know why I have that, and this little silver piece I went along with it that actually broke off from it. I don't know why that's on this table, but it's on here. So once again, goodbye, and we're gonna move on from this match after freaking blabbering on about it for a few minutes. So let's move on. Finally enough. Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship matchup between Bayley and Charlotte Flair. My prediction for this match is going to be for the fact alone with going back to SummerSlam. This is going to be Charlotte Flair's hometown, since she's in Charlotte. Charlotte is in Charlotte, so go figure. So my prediction, going off prior WWE's logic, saying they rarely give hometown heroes the rub, and actually give them the hometown run. In their hometowns, of course. Obviously, going off that logic, and also going on my own personal perspective for this, as you will see later on, when it comes to Banks and freaking Lynch. Obviously enough, I am going to stick the fact that I'm going to say that I wouldn't be too surprised I wouldn't mind Charlotte Flair actually win this match against Bayley, actually pick up the SmackDown Live Tag Team. What the fuck? Women's freaking championship against Bayley. My prediction is going to be for Bayley to retain the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. There you go. For, as I said before, going off Dave's logic of hometown heroes rarely getting the run in their hometowns, and going off what I'm about to say, heading towards Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks' match, as we'll address that fact when we get there. So, Bayley to retain her championship. Obviously enough. Moving on next, we have Roman Reigns taking on Eric Rowan in a no disqualification match. Now, some thoughts going into this match. I have 3 ways this can go. Point A, point B, point C. Point A, Eric Rowan wins it. And this is just flat out Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns. Nothing going on between, it's just those two one fighting. And Eric Rowan recently, being out of this whole Roman Reigns kind of storyline, oh, who did it? Who did it? Is it you? 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 Who is it? Who did this to me at Roman Reigns? Who did it to me? Who did it to me? Who did it to me? Who tried to kind of, in a sense, try to kill me in a low-key kind of way? Who tried to kill me on SmackDown Live? Who did it? Who did this? Who did that? What the fuck's going on? Who's trying to kill me, in a sense? So, yeah. Since it's been, as of right now, confirmed that it's been Eric Rowan who did it, as of right now, and I said that in a second, as of right now, why I said as I'm saying that as of right now, obviously enough, here in a second, but, as of right now, going towards this right now, with Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns, he has, firstly, well, at first he seems like, okay, this guy doesn't work well on the mic. He just there's a reason why he's always silent. He never throughout his career run, he never ever got a chance to ever do anything on his own or to talk on the mic or whatever. But it came to the light of this last SmackDown Live that opened my eyes and said, "Holy shit! What kind of guy this is?" And to finally give him a singer's run, because goddamn how believable he actually is this last week on SmackDown Live, going against Roman Reigns while they're having their little shtick going on through the crowd and whatever. He was trying to, he was attacking Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns fought back and blah blah blah, all that shit. All the typical, built up for this match on SmackDown Live on the go home show for Clash of Champions, obviously enough. Point being, obviously enough, is that Eric Rowan, obviously, at first, really didn't seem like he was that kind of a guy to actually be like, okay, he's there's a reason why he's not a singles guy, to just now where he opens his eyes and says, wow, he actually could be a singles guy. Let's see where this goes, and actually how successful he is. He's good on the mic, he seems to be good on his own. Let's just see where it goes. So, that point alone, whether it's Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns, point A, Eric Rowan can win this match and go in his own way to go in his own way and to be his own single run, going off this win against Roman Reigns, or this could actually continue the feud and going on, which when Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns continuing out of this match. So that's point A. Point B is the fact where we have the likes, where the no disqualification comes in the way, and we have Daniel Bryan in coming this match to help either come out one way, either helps Roman Reigns out because of the fact of Eric Rowan attacking both Roman and Bryan after him apparently hating liars, as his birds keep complimenting my thoughts on this. Thank you, birds. Anywho's, I don't use Twitter. Stop tweeting at me. Now I'm playing. Anywho's, but point being is the fact of, like I said before, Bryan comes out and Bryan can either help Roman Reigns win or help Eric Rowan win, and either letting this be the contributing of Eric Rowan to either, this is where this episode can go one way. Either this can be Eric Rowan's way to go forward and let Bryan be the apparent true mastermind about it, which kind of makes no sense, because, Eric Rowan kind of, as I said before, he pretty much slammed it through the announce table on SmackDown that one time. You do not just go back to the guy who just did it to you after just doing that to you. You don't do that. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you rekindle Bryan and Rowan after Rowan did that to freaking Bryan? Obviously no. Why would you do that? That makes absolutely no sense. But as I was saying, for whatever reason, this can be either, Eric Rowan could go on his own way and do whatever he did, and this could actually lead to the fact of where we can finally get to the apparent match that WWE wants all this time, Bryan and Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell, or think about this, or if this is kind of a dumb thought, one of the logic of WWE actually does put those two together, this could actually point up the fact where we have Bryan and Rowan actually tag teaming up, having a 2-on-1 handicap match at Hell in a Cell. Whether that's just a normal whether that's a normal handicap match versus those 2-on-1, or they apparently want to put it inside Hell in a Cell for whatever reason. I don't know why they do that, but if they want to do it, then there you go. There's your idea, WWE, free of charge. There's your idea. It's a dumb idea because you will kind of want to use that Hell in a Cell for. Excuse me. You want to use that for, you know, your more stronger, you know, more developed dudes. Cough, cough, freaking Kofi and Randy, cough, cough. Which kind of, you know, cough, cough, maybe talk about a second, cough, cough. You know, that type shit. But, you know, each their own, each their own, each their own. You want to use the Cell for Bryan, Roman, and Rowan? Yeah, Rowan, and Bryan. You want to use that shit for those three? There you go. But, as I said, so point B, Bryan comes out, either helps Rowan or Roman, whatever. Bryan comes out in the way to either help Roman Reigns or Eric Rowan to do their own shit. Whether it's helping Roman Reigns gain the win over freaking Eric Rowan, or he helps Eric Rowan win it, either let Bryan be on his own, let Bryan face off against Roman Reigns for whatever reason, or let Bryan and Eric Rowan rekindle their bond or whatever, and let those two face off against Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell for whatever reason. Or point C, we have it where it's once again, no matter if it has to do with anything with Bryan or not. You know, Bryan's here or Bryan's not here. Roman Reigns win it as a whole, whether it's either point A, point C. Point A, Eric Rowan wins, Bryan or no Bryan. So yeah, Eric Rowan wins, Bryan or no Bryan for whatever reason. Or point C, Roman Reigns wins, Bryan or no Bryan. So yes, that's pretty much kind of somewhere like that. So point being somewhere around so like I said before, A meets C, B being Bryan. So either Rowan wins with or without him. Point C, Roman Reigns wins with or without Bryan. So point being, with that little subject out of the way, what do I have to say about this match as you head into my final prediction? My final prediction and thoughts heading out of this match. Obviously, no. My prediction is that while I would want to go with subject A, Eric Rowan wins with or without Bryan, because to boost his momentum actually help Eric Rowan. Because obviously, like I said before, Eric Rowan looks like he can actually be a good and swell singles guy on his own. But also with the sheer fact of not going off the fact, he kind of needs to win, because obviously Roman Reigns has been absolutely on fire ever since his return, winning constantly over and over and over and over and over again with no lose in sight. Yeah, you kind of need Eric Rowan to actually win this match to actually let that you know, kind of knock Roman Reigns to the side and actually as I said before, show Roman Reigns his size of the factor, and actually at the exact same time show Eric Rowan's dominance, actually show his build, actually show him skyrocketed for his singles run. Obviously not. So while I would personally want that to happen, I am going to say my prediction is my final subject on this match. My prediction is going to be overall, Roman Reigns is going to win this match with or without the help of Bryan. Regardless if this feud's going to continue with Roman Reigns or Eric Rowan or potentially Bryan, you know, whatever happens in this match, Bryan or no Bryan or whatever. So no matter if this whole who did it to me storyline goes on from here, my prediction is going to be Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Regardless, like I said, regardless if we're seeing a future feud with Rowan, Bryan, or both of them hanging out of this match. My prediction, finally enough to close this shit off, we're talking about it for several minutes now, once again, is going to be Roman freaking Reigns. So let's move on out of this match, finally, at last. Finally, to the final 3 matches on the goddamn card. With firstly up with Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. Botch. Botch. Randy Orton. Anywho's, my thoughts on this match. Which, let's kind of use our let's pull our imaginary freaking fishing pole and lower that shit back and freaking cast it back. Back on the track with what I mentioned earlier with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions match. This is where we're going to see that come to play. Because speculation is that, once again, this match is not going to end the way we're going to want it to end. So, yeah. And we're going to get another SummerSlam kind of ending this match. But potentially even better. Even a better finish this time around. So, once again, this match is going to end in a no contest. But we're going to have it where we're going to have a big old brawl happen. Where we're going to have Orton and the Revival taking on Kofi and the New Day. We're going to have all that shit rekindled into this match. And let this be a big old brawl to finish the match. So, that's what speculation says. I don't wish if that happens, then we don't know. This kind of, in a sense, kind of help. This kind of brings us the idea of a kind of we don't know what's gonna happen, and that's kind of a good thing. So we don't know what's gonna happen. How far is this feud gonna go? Who's gonna win at the end? Will Kofi Kingston get the upper hand, or will it be Randy Orton get the end? What's gonna happen? So, if that happens, that's kind of in a good sense, kind of good, because that actually gives a wonder factor of actually watching the product for this feud to see what's actually going to happen by the end of it. So, but with this loomery shit kind of over this match going on, if I have to say for a prediction, if I have to specify for the prediction as a whole, what do I have to say about it? And this is going to be it. While I do agree with this hovering spectrum of this thing continuing the feud between Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton going forward, regardless if it's got to do anything with the systems of the New Day and the Revival with each opposing side and going forward with this feud, I am going to say this. While I do hope that Kofi Kingston, I would love and I was hoping that Kofi Kingston does retain the title against Randy Orton to continue his reign as champion, I am going to say my prediction is going to be for Randy Orton to win the championship. But most likely enough, that's just for the prediction. But my true honest side heart is going to be siding with the spectrum of this dome factor that's going to say that this match is going to end in no contest and will continue on to the next pay-per-view event heading out of the show and continue with the feud between Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton heading forward. So, with that said, my prediction is for Randy Orton, but my honest true one is going to say there's going to be no content in this feud. It's going to continue after Clash of Champions. Let's move on. Next, once again, we're going to, pick up the freak. You might as well, guys, we're going to let's just set down the freaking fishing pole here, because we're going to constantly, for this last few matches, we're going to keep picking up this freaking thing, we're going to freaking keep lowering it, and we're going to keep casting in the freaking match throughout this last period of the freaking video. Because this next match is going to be the Raw Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. My reason why I'm saying reel back is we're going to reel back my Bayley and Charlotte Flair match. Because, I said before, I have an idea of why I feel like Becky's going to retain the championship there. And this is where I'm going to address it here. I am going to say the fact. My prediction here is going to be that while I wouldn't be too surprised or wouldn't mind seeing Sasha Banks actually win the championship here off of Becky Lynch, even though I'm kind of a person who wouldn't want it, but still, if it happens, it happens. I do not mind seeing it happen. I can see it happen, but my prediction is going to be that Becky Lynch is going to retain the championship, and there's the reason why. It's because to mirror the image, have Becky Lynch win her championship here, and let Bayley retain her championship here. Pretty much nobody's losing their championship with these things going to the show. None of the champions are going to lose their championships, but the point still being is you got heel winning with Bayley quote-unquote heel with Bayley retain her title. But yet again, you have the face of Becky Lynch to retain her championship as well. So you get this mirrored image with these two retainer titles on the line. So you have a heel retaining, and you have the face retaining. So that is why I reeled back the Becky Lynch match, not Becky, Bayley match again to come back for Becky Lynch's match with Sasha Banks for that sheer fact alone. So while Charlotte Flair is losing because her hometown and because of Bayley being the heel of my imagination for the mirrored image, Bayley's winning because of those two facts alone, and Sasha Banks is losing because Becky Lynch obviously is the face of that, and obviously to keep going on with going over the mindset of the mirrored image between face and heel winning their consecutive matches. So my thought process is no women's championship is going to be changing on the show, but if it does, then fuck me, right? Fuck me. So there you go. My prediction: Bayley retained. Now. What did I just jinx myself? Well, those two heels walk out of the show. You're gonna have to find out this Sunday on the WWE Network to watch Clash of Champions, and also my freaking review coming out next week. Now, won't you? Won't you? Did I just jinx myself? Will Bayley and Banks walk out, or will Charlotte Flair and freaking Becky Lynch walk out champions? We don't know. That's just for us to find out on the Sunday night, guys. We're gonna find out, now won't we? Okay, enough blundering. So now, with that said, once again, my final prediction for this match is going to be for Becky Lynch to retain her championship. For that reason alone. So let's move on next to the final match on this card for the show is going to be Braun Strowman taking on Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, and going with my logic, no longer tag team champions. So, no longer tag team champions. Becky Lynch. Wow. Yes, the man is going to be in this match versus freaking going on Braun Strowman. Go get him, Becky Lynch. Go get him, Becky. No, I'm playing. Seth Rollins taking on Braun Strowman. No longer champions, but except for Rollins being the Universal Champion, for putting the title on the line against Braun Strowman, and obviously enough. My prediction for this match to finally close this out is going to be Seth Rollins is going to retain his title, but here is where things are going to get tricky. We are going to get Braun Strowman having the fire in his eyes going into this match, being no longer champion, regardless if he views Seth Rollins being Seth Rollins' fault or not. Braun Strowman's going to go in this match with fire in desperate fire in his eyes to go for the win for this match, and to conquer freaking Seth Rollins, and to get the Universal Champion, to obviously, and just to get just become champion, because obviously they both lost the championships, and Braun's gonna be thirsty for blood, for championship blood, so he's gonna go for it, obviously, like that. But as I said before, Seth Rollins is gonna win the match. And because of this, we are going to sadly see Braun Strowman turn heel. I personally wouldn't want it, but obviously enough, we're going to see Braun Strowman turn heel and potentially probably have a post-beat down on Seth Rollins to close out the show. But that's not all. That is not all. Because lurking in the shadows in this match, and for this stuff, and this sort of built-up, is the Fiend, because it's practically been confirmed at this point at Hell in a Cell. The Fiend is going to be in the Universal Championship spot between Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman. But we're going with the concept of my prediction, and kind of low key some spoiled kind of freaking Hell Show poster saying otherwise, with Seth Rollins facing the Fiend at Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. But going off simple logic, going off those two simple logic, going off those things, Seth Rollins is going to be right down the ring, and after a post-match beatdown from Braun Strowman, and who knows, we might see the Fiend either take down Rollins again with another post-match beatdown once again, Or we can see the Fiend just pop up to just lurk over Bryan, and then Bryan, well, fuck Bryan. Fucking Seth Rollins is freaking, you know, beating down body and just lurk over him, just, you know, stalkery look at him, creepily like, and, you know, just like either just in the show you're looking at him, or freaking, you know, or hell, even just look at him, pick up the championship, and just either in the show looking at the title, or even raising the title while looking down on Seth Rollins. That could happen. Or if it doesn't happen at Clash of Champions, it can either happen the night after, or maybe the week after Clash of Champions. Who knows? Point being, we're going into this mindset with Braun Strowman turning heel after the match and beating down Seth Rollins, with the potential with the Fiend coming out to start the feud between Seth Rollins and the Fiend going on between Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins being torn towards Hell in a Cell. So now, with this all said and out of the way, we are finally done with this video after our jumpy start, kind of funny looking start, to a bunch of stuff talking about, because holy shit, I did not expect there to be a lot of shit to talk about for this preview. I thought there was going to be, I seriously thought that this was actually going to be a show where, you know, this is going to be easily talked about. You know, okay, yeah, we're just going to come out here and just say, we're going to have an easily prediction. We're going to say this prediction, and we're just going to get the hell out of here. But no, there was a bunch of stuff we talked about on this show, guys. Because oh my gosh, there was a bunch of stuff I didn't expect to talk about. Because obviously, that's what you get for coming. That's what you're going to get for a creative mind like me going towards and coming out and thinking about a simple card. And thinking complex, actually, complex reasonings and future planning for the shit on the card. So that's what you get for something. That's what you get when your creative mind looks at a simple card like this and creates imaginary shit going forward out of the show. So who knows what's going to happen at this card? Will any of these creative ideas go forward after this show? What will happen? What's overall going to happen in this show? And once again, it seems like I've been wearing this shirt constantly through my last couple of videos. Will I wear this this Pac-Man shirt in my next upcoming videos? What will happen next on this channel? You're going to have to find out next time in my review of Clash of Champions 2019. So now, with all this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start rambling. I thank you all for enjoying this video. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video for all it's worth, and kind of this sort of lengthiness of some discussions. But I am about to close it out here. Overall, thank you for watching. So, hopefully Clash of Champions looks to be good. And hopefully we'll have a lot of good things to talk about coming out here next time for my Clash of Champions 2019 review. So, with this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, my voice is getting hoarse. And I'm going to get the hell out of here so I can go give myself something to drink. And finally, just give you guys this for the share factor of it for all to enjoy. So, with this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time for my Clash of Champions 2019 review. So, with this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing 33 team, and I'm signing out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.